guys, welcome to my battle. Simus Maximus is my ally in this battle. He's another warrior of Troy. You can see I've brought the Greek city-states and Simus has chosen Armenia. Just take a close look at his army there. You can see it's pretty balanced. 6 legionaries, 6 archers, and just in the back by there he's got 6 units of gold cataphracts as well. See my army now over here. You can see I've got 2 units of militia cav, some Spartans. Over here I've hidden another 2 units of militia cav, and almost straight away as soon as battle started you can see S.P.Q.R has expected at least a unit or 2 to be there in ambush, so he's rushing that. So I've got him on skirmish mode anyway, so he's not going to catch them. I'm not too worried. As you could see from the titles at the beginning, it's supposed to be a CWB battle. We did explain the rules in the lobby before the game started, and Seleucids has obviously ignored them. He's brought at least 6 units of elephants. So you can just see there I'm turning my army to face off to S.P.Q.R, and I'm also sending my 2 units of Javcav off now to just try and pester the elephants, kill as many as I can. And I'm also now, you'll see, rushing some units of armoured hoplites over. Hopefully they'll get there in time. You can see there Seleucids charged his 2 units of cataphracts straight into Simus's infantry, a volley of flame arrows, and they've routed, and then the flame arrows get turned there on the elephants, just hoping here to make them run amok. It's not worked. He's trying to protect his infantry there. You can see at the top of the screen he's just sent the cataphracts charging in to try and hold them. And you can just see at the bottom of your screen 3 units of my archers plus 2 units of the hoplites I mentioned. I can see there that his cavalry was starting to break, and I wasn't going to get my hoplites there in time, so I'm just positioning them by here now just so as the elephants break through I've got time to get into phalanx mode. Which, as you can see there, I just about managed. I think 2 elephants managed to get through before I managed to get the phalanx mode in, and we're just keeping the flame arrow on now just to make sure they stay away. And if we're just going to have a look what's happening on the other flank now with S.P.Q.R, you can see there he's using 2 units of his infantry and all of his cavalry on just 2 units of my Javcav, so I've kept a good 50% of his army busy with 2 really cheap units of mine. Simus there, some of his routing cavalry. You can see now we're just forming up now on top of the high ground just to form up to S.P.Q.R. As you can see here, he need enough wastes there by charging straight into Simus's legionaries. You can see there's a big charge, big impact there on the infantry. They absorb it pretty well and fight back. And then you can see there he's just spread out. I've sent 2 units of Spartans over just to flank them. Simus follows up with an armour-piercing mace attack with his cataphracts there. And you can see already just the morale and the force of the attack that we've used is just routed all of S.P.Q.R's cavalry. You can see now we're just reforming, moving closer and closer towards where S.P.Q.R's got the majority of his force. If you just come down and have a look at it, you can see here again, this is infantry with his archers behind. And you can just see where we're positioned there at the top of that hill. And there's his units of infantry that he was using to chase my militia cavalry with. Whereas he's only got long range archers, myself and Simus have a mixture of both long and short range, and the short range archers have a bigger quiver, more ammo basically, they can fire more arrows. So just before we move into archer range we're just trying to drain as many of his resources that he's got. See, there really is a lot of archers there. Simus has 6 short range archers, I myself have 5 short range and 3 long range archers. There's the 2 units of S.P.Q.R's cavalry that have regrouped. And then, as I was mentioning earlier, using my militia cav, you can see S.P.Q.R is using flame arrow. I was doing pretty well at drawing arrows from him until he sent those regrouped units of his own cavalry charging in there. As you can see, instant rout. But I've still got that other unit over here, basically doing the same thing as in Canterbury and Circle. As you can see there, he's got 2 units of Triarii at the rear of his army, so he's got some sort of protection from a hammer and anvil attack. You can see here he's starting to move round to our flank, and he notices then that we're moving down the hill now. We're happy now, we want to get into archer range and finish the battle off. So he quickly starts retreating and he's going to take up a defensive position now. As you can see, we're trying to spread our force out. I'm mainly keeping my attention over in the forest behind and to S.P.Q.R's right flank, just in there, those units there. Some people, when you play online, they'll leave a unit hidden in the forest and refuse to admit defeat and things like that. Although, to be fair to this player, again, a lot of people, after seeing what their ally had done, if you was teamed with Seleucid, would have quit the battle and just left us playing the computer. So yeah, he's definitely a good guy, got a lot of respect for him. He stayed here and he played the game. It's just a massive archer advantage that we hold now, and this is what we're just bringing to the fore now, getting them into position. And you can see there already the long range archers of S.P.Q.R have got their range and they're firing straight at Simus's missile troops. He's still got flame arrow on. Flame arrow really is only good for when you want to make units like elephants or scythe chariots run amok. In a situation like this, all flame arrow does really is affect morale, but it lowers accuracy as a result of that. So if anything, most of those arrows are actually missing. And you can see that he's trying to send a couple of his infantry units around Simus's right flank. So I'm just pulling 2 units, those same units of armoured hoplites to fort with the elephants. I'm just placing them in front. They're basically put there to be cannon fodder for Simus, just to hold the Roman infantry while Simus's legionaries throw their own peeler. You can see he's seen the force that we've got there and decided he's not going to attack the flank just yet. I'm just going to show you now how much damage our archers are actually doing to his here. As you can see, he's still got flame arrow turned on. If I just turn it over this way now, so where majority of our force, of our arrows was aimed. And you can just see there, they're dropping like flies. And then at this point, S.P.Q.R decides he's going to go for all-out charge. He brings all his units running up the hill. He decides he's not going to run head-on into spears. Pretty good move. He's aiming for Simus's legionary infantry. You can see he's left his flanks exposed now to every single unit of my archers. And then you can see as he's slowly advancing his infantry into peeler range, I advance all my Spartans and my armoured hoplite units from his flank, and I've made like a right angle there and held him encased while Simus's legionaries throw their own peeler. The Romans can't throw theirs, and you can see the effect it has on their morale is just devastating. It's just a complete mass rout. And that's the battle done with. He's got 1 unit left now, his archer unit. As you can see there, it is down there, the last stand of the Romans, and still firing flame arrows as well. As you can see then, just to deal with those, I've got my militia cavalry. I just send them in on the melee just to rout that unit. It's the last unit left. Rout it and finish the battle. And that's the battle done with, and here's the battle results screen. So thanks for watching, guys.